Arrivée en 2008, Carla Ramana a construit un abri pour les chevaux. Elle est passionnée par cet animal impressionnant.
I've had horses all my life, so I've had horses since I was about 5 years old. My mum had horses, my grandfather had horses, and so then when we moved here to Mauritius, that was one of the criteria.
Elle fait même profiter plusieurs personnes en les offrant des cours particuliers en équitation.
Actually, originally it just took a couple of horses that had retired from racing for personal, just to ride myself. And within weeks, we were literally inundated with people coming along saying, could they ride the horses? Could they come and see the horses? We had a couple of people that wanted to then keep horses here with us, and the business really just grew from there. The main activity would be teaching people to ride, and we normally start with people that have never ridden before, and that could be children or adults. So maybe people that are not sure if they want to do it and just want to give it a try. People come along with families, they want to maybe just ride, as a one-off activity for the day out through the sugarcane fields, or they want to try a lesson just to see if they'd like it. Some of those people then go on to ride regularly and take regular lessons. We teach all types of riding, so in the arena we can teach sort of up to, flat work towards dressage and jumping as well. So the main activity would be just for lessons. We do other activities such as sort of horse care days and children's birthdays. We have maybe people that are here from overseas on holiday coming to spend time with us, but the bulk of the activity is the lessons. We train horses in dressage, so in fact some of the work that they were doing there would be classed as dressage. Dressage starts from grassroots, it starts from just basic flat work, getting the horses to move forward nicely in a good rhythm, and it moves right up to what you see at international level. So we had the horses moving nicely here. We had one horse out, Carson City, who's only retired a few months ago, and he's just learning to keep a good rhythm going when he works. And then some of the school horses, Captain Rockhopper and Hedgehog were out here, who have been training for a little bit longer, and they're working towards some of their lateral work. So yeah, we do get the horses moving through the dressage. The main arena activities are the dressage and show jumping. We, for fun, do a little bit of gymkhana, which is like sort of little races on horses, but they're sorts of things that we would do just, at end of year parties and things like that. The main other activity that's done on the island, actually the one thing we don't do here is vaulting, which is sort of almost like gymnastics on horseback, but we don't do that here. So we focus on the dressage and show jumping. That we're open to everybody, so don't be put off, don't think it's a sort of exclusive or particularly expensive sport. Just give us a call and come along and give it a try, whether you want to just come with family for a good day out, or whether it's something you want to take up as a hobby. We're here.
Tout comme l'être humain, chaque cheval a une personnalité différente. Carla nous fait le point.
People have different personalities, and dogs have different personalities. The same is true with horses. So every single horse, you get used to it. And when we first get a horse here, a lot of the work we do is just working out that horse. The horses might calm down off of their racehorse food, but they will all start to show talents for different things. Some of them really love jumping, some of them really love their dressage, some just love to go for a walk in the sugarcane fields. Some are very calm horses and very suitable for very novice riders and children. Some remain quite excitable horses and really stay as horses for more advanced riders. So they do vary personality. Some love people, you know, so you can walk up to some horses and they just want to be with you and they come up to their doors. Other horses are more introverted and they're sort of standing more at the back of the stable. Some horses are natural leaders, some are followers. They're all very, very different in their personalities. The horses here are fed, like most horses on the island, mainly on a grain diet. So you can actually buy locally produced food.
Un travail qui nécessite certes beaucoup de courage, mais Carla a plus d'un tour dans son sac.
I've got some good staff here, okay, so every yard needs a good team of grooms to look after the horses. Each of the grooms actually only has about 4 horses to look after. We're here all day, every day, so we know the horses, they're all in a good routine. And like any yard, once you've got a good routine running and you've got good staff, it becomes, you know, easy just to keep an eye on them all on a daily basis. And when you know their individual personalities, then it's easier just to pick up any problems, you know, early on if the horse is feeling a little off colour or feeling a little overexcited one day, you can pick it up very, very easily. There are sort of 3 horse vets on the island that are licensed by the Mauritius Turf Club. I think we're all in agreement within the industry that we do need some more vets because no, there's not somebody that can come on a regular basis here to check the health of the horse. I'm an experienced horse owner, I've got very experienced grooms here, so to be honest we don't need somebody to come out to regularly check them. We know if the horses are healthy. But it is good to be able to get a vet here as soon as possible if you've got a horse that's ill. So whilst the vets here are extremely good, they're extremely overworked, and so it's not always easy now. The greatest difficulty is that we really, for a good 4 or 5 months of the year, have conditions that are extremely hot for the horses. So we are almost on this constant cycle of keeping horses, in the shade, trying to keep the electric fans running, trying to keep the horses showered down on a regular basis, so every time they work they have to be cold showered afterwards, making sure that the humidity doesn't affect the food. This is a big ongoing battle here, okay, and just keeping everything in a good regular routine, but that would apply to any country.
Ayant des chevaux retraités, elle donne le plaisir aux confrères de Jolly Jumper, une chance de pouvoir recourir dans les plaines.
16 of them are totally retired, and one is a horse that will go back into training. We actually, one of the race horses here at the moment that will go back to training is here because he's got a small injury. We've even got horses here that are permanently retired. So, for example, Kremlin Captain still belongs to the Gujarat Racing Yard, but he's on full retirement. So he no longer works. He's a pet. Okay. Then earlier I mentioned to you about Zorro, who's 23, so he no longer works at all. So he is on full retirement. We also have a horse here called Fleeting Moment, who has he's now 19 and he has arthritis, so he can no longer be ridden either. So some of the horses are totally retired from all ridden activities. They are just here to enjoy their lives. Dandy Rouge is probably our most popular horse. Okay, he was a horse with the Pedro Yard, and he retired in 2009. He was already 11 years old. Okay, so he's 20 years old today. 20 years old last August. And he is just a total star. He loves kids. Okay, his favourite, his best friend is a little pony, and I think just because he's been here for so long, he's become the most popular horse that we have here. The oldest horse we've got here is a horse called Zorro. He raced under the name Thorough Model, and he's 23 years old. I believe there's a couple of horses in the island, maybe 24, 25 years old. But that's considered very old for a thoroughbred. We can stable privately kept horses as well. So we can stable horses, for example, that are maybe on a break from racing, maybe they're injured or, between yards, or horses that have just been out of quarantine and need to do pre-training. We can stable horses for private owners, retired horses, people that just want to keep the horses for general leisure riding or even as pets.
L'équitation est une discipline qui a pris de l'ampleur à Maurice. C'est d'ailleurs un sport très apprécié des Mauriciens et accessible à tous.
Everyone can certainly try and ride a horse. As I say, the weight limit is the main thing. It helps if you're obviously naturally fairly fit. But other than that, there's no age limits or height limits or anything like that. So yes, I would say everyone can have a go.
S'occuper des chevaux est un réel plaisir pour Carla et son équipe.
My favourite thing is just watching the horses out, with freedom when you see them walk, especially when they've just retired from racing and you turn them out in the paddocks. Personally, I love dressage riding, but I also like going out around the sugarcane fields, and I enjoy watching the young racehorses coming on and going then to see them racing. So lots of great moments.
Carla Ramana qui a également un message aux aspirants jockeys.
To become a jockey, people generally just wanting to ride, the best thing to do is just come along and give it a go. Okay, the same for people that want to become jockeys. It can be a good career, but they should know what they're getting themselves into as well, because it's not an easy job. So.